Well, you kids are clearly like the Teen Titans version of Winston Churchill and Adolf Hitler. A fight between yourselves as to who gets to play who. Death is a stay-at-home kind of guy, huh? Wanking into his microwavable fondue? Crying on the shoulder of his not-recommended-to-be-microwavable blow-up doll? Even gods need to sully a body pillow every now and then, I suppose. I'm the sensei for every little piggy in the rhyme. Casper Kane. Casper, the extremely unfriendly thing that is about to become a ghost if he doesn't learn to respect his elders.
Hilarious. Like and subscribe.
Dear God, this lad looks dry. I know he's practically dehumidifying himself like a impaled fucking marshmallow next to that mass grave body pyre? But come on, is that what would happen if I wasn't being forever waterboarded by you people? Is it truly that imperative that I sippy right now? Is the world at stake? Is my mouth at stake? Am I gonna become an overcooked crow nugget like him? All the fuck over, full body, and deprive you guys of me until we wait till next harvesting season and I'm rebirthed? Like a beautiful phoenix that cannot be nuggeted. A phoenix that old ladies want to try to drink to stop their tits from becoming incurable sag machines.
This district is infected. Listen carefully, and I'll explain what you need to do in order to stay alive.
Who are you? Oh God, this is a talkative one, huh? I guess it feels less bloated to get all that fucking warbling out of your throat. Why am I being racist to a goth pigeon? They used to be dinosaurs, you know. You can never relax around them. Even now that they're all grown up and they swear off a life of apex predation, I'm on to you.
I'm an orderly. We wear these costumes on Bachelor Dankovsky's orders. They're easy to notice from afar and protect us from infected particles. Maybe. Sometimes. A bit. I'd rather not check personally unless they order me to delve in.
This man is in a fucking monogamous relationship with all those lung bits, I swear to God. If you're common medical personnel, how do you know anything about this disease? No one even knows what it is.
I had a nap by Mistress Katerina's window. Saw a prophetic dream. Satisfied?
I'm sure you saw a hell of a lot more than that, but, I hate to say it, not all tits have a future. Only some of them can be on the prophet, only some of them can be on Jesus. You really want to put the crosses back out like that? Sure, the abilities of the mistress are no laughing matter.
Immunity is your armor. It gets thinner every time you contract the disease, so it would do you good to keep an eye on it. Take pills. You know the drill. Infected air lowers your immunity. Slowly, but constantly. Simply because you're breathing it in. But that's not the worst part.
What is? Breathing in your infectious breath, I suppose. Or perhaps getting fucking tambourine tap danced all over my eardrums by your booming fucking voice that I gave you. My fault. Guess that makes me the worst part all over again.
An infected person's touch, or touching infected surfaces like knob. Also, sometimes it feels like the knob breathes on you from beneath its drawers.
You speak as though the disease were a living creature, but it's just a bunch of microbes.
I'm not a doctor, Master Obama. I'm a common orderly, scared witless. And I'm only describing a dream I had. But this pest, it's like it's alive. It speaks, it breathes, and whoa if it breathes on you. Whoa, it's so far out, man.
Why is it always about prophetic dreams in this town?
Anyway, all those touches melt your immunity worse than air, like a hot knife through butter. Then, there's a tumor.
A tumor? Like a cancerous growth?
The infection that accumulates inside your body. Checking if you're ready for it. If the world starts to go black before your eyes, escape the infected area before it envelops everything. But if the darkness gives way, that means it's lost interest in you. For now.
You see interesting dreams, orderly. I hope to dream of him every single night. Him and his fucking nacho cheese dipped eye sockets. Where do I want to go first? I'm gonna try to right into the goddamn bee pile. Uh-oh, did not particularly intend to swallow. Is there anything I can swallow to counteract? Can I swallow something faster than I swallowed the original bee swarm? Surely the bees want to get out of me. The pills don't. The pills are perfectly fine with whatever fate I decide for them. I am both their dad and their god and the landlord for the pocket they're trapped in. Ooh. Lettuce. That's not what that is. Lettuce is almost as healthy, but slightly less witch. Belly full of lettuce, it's time to be a party boy. A party witch boy. The first ever boy witch. What the fuck we got down here? This is for Stammerton brothers? Or just one of them? There has been an outbreak of Nan's doilies. They got free. They jailbroke. And these are doilies of the criminally insane. Knowing my Nan, I'm not really sure what she gets up to. I guess she
Hide
knits
and seek, tag,
crimes.
hopscotch. Or we might as well play Ring Around the Rosies.
Fancy meeting you here. Am I disturbing you? We all know gingers are incapable of autonomous activities. They're like the toys in Toy Story when you enter the room, except while you're out of the room. They only activate upon seeing a delightful brunette spirit worth defiling. What a horrible sentence out of context. No, I'm content. As you can see, Khan has deigned to ask us for help. That's almost like admitting he's wrong. I'd never ask him for anything, however badly we needed it. Pride is important. We can live without him, and he can't live without us. As they say, Queed. Is that your favorite band or his? He may just be here to enrich your life. Is he your friend? Better not be if he's got a problem with Creed. I forbid you from hanging out together. I will not stand for stap slander in my fucking household. Give me all the staph. Give me a staph infection. God, I hope Scott Stapp gives me a staph infection someday. My enemy. Mortal? That would be too strong a word, but fights happen, yes. When it all began, we fought till first blood was drawn. There was a lot of spite. But why? Because of that stupid tower. It changes how they think. It turns dreams real. Imagine that. They're addicted to it. We, on the other hand, don't need it at all. We have our own world, no less perfect. We have our halves and both feet planted firmly on the ground. We don't try to escape reality. Khan called us traitors, deserters. They could go blow their tower. Well, the Kane family probably does have some personal fucking Playmobil kiddie planes. Whether or not you can hijack the little plastic men out of it, let's see that dream become a reality in the name of God. I see. What united you two? The House of Death. Have you heard the story? The candles, the dawn, the locked door? No. Things like what happened yesterday and the day before, they never happened. People died, yes, but not like this. Death has come to town, and death is quite a bird. A home bird, to be precise. So when he comes, he stays in an abandoned house. Even death needs a place to rest. So, death is a stay-at-home kind of guy, huh? Wanking into his microwavable fondue? Crying on the shoulder of his not-recommended-to-be-microwavable blow-up doll? Even gods need to sully a body pillow every now and then, I suppose. Better than grave robbing, or at least grave robbing with intent to throb. Death comes at midnight. That's when the trouble starts. But if someone were to find his house before midnight, then either stay there till dawn or light candles inside. He'd be stalled. Oh, I do not intend to cauterize his vasectomy. I don't want to accidentally brew his testicular gravy granules, man. Also, you're supposed to become immortal, but I don't believe that last part. What do candles have to do with it? Who cares? You're asking like you honestly believed that bullshit. Light candles, scare death away. Light 9, become immortal. Right, like the world works that way. Then why are you planning to check this bullshit? I could always side with Khan, you know. I'm sure they got plenty of rooms up there. I'm sure one of them must be the little scamp pulverizer chamber that I could send you into for 5 seconds of shallow introspection. before your giblets become the shallowest end of the abattoir's fucking paddling pool. When there's smoke, there's fire. Khan is right about this part at least. There's a grain of truth in any legend. To hell with old grudges for now. My scouts and I are looking for the House of Death today. We'll start with the crude sprawl. I have a hunch that it's there. Since your old man... since so many people have died there, that's where death must feel at home.
I'll find the place myself. Let's see if there's any merit to this story.
I'm not going to cower behind another man. And I want to show Khan the pedagogue how we do things down here. Let them hide in the tower. We'll do the work. I think Gog always means teacher, and peda means child or feet. So, let's teach these kids to have feet. That's something even worse enemies can bond over. Okay, boy, we'll get there together. I'm the sensei for every little piggy in the rhyme, and every fungal infection in your Crocs. This job, has very few positives.
See? But in truth, what you need is a compass.
Speaking of enemies, I hope Scott Stapp gives me an enema someday. The enema of my enemy is my friend, and, I've been sitting here for ages with my arse wide open under the sunlight. Everything has changed. I've been fucked in the arse.
Mortal?
No, I've been getting fucked in the arse as a path to immortality, actually. A true survivalist knows the soul is a true rain catcher of sperm in a temperate environment. Yes, I know. We're supposed to stay indoors, and the tower's inhabitants do just that. I make sure my people follow the law. I am Casper Kane, and your laws don't apply to me.
Casper Kane? So you're the one they call Khan? I've been looking all over for you.
Casper, the extremely unfriendly thing that is about to become a ghost if he doesn't learn to respect his elders. I am Khan, son of Victor Kane.
You knew my father, Isidore Obama.
What business did you have with him? His name is literally Ice Cream Downpour. What could the little baby man want with him? Don't do it, Casper. The free samples are a ruse. He's gonna snowman you with no carrot. We talked. I was curious what Simon saw in him.
Simon?
Excuse me? Were you born yesterday? Simon Kane, the head of our family, my uncle, the immortal man. The one who died 2 days ago. The one we can't live without. He modeled this town into what it is. He kept its spirit aflame. Do you honestly have no idea who he was?
I'm sorry for your loss, Casper.
Death sucks, but it always hurts, so much more when the victim has the name of a train from Thomas the Tank Engine. No two people in the world had more differences than your father and Simon. They couldn't agree on anything, but got very close. Even though they should have been rivals, maybe even enemies. Like Notkin and I.
You don't look like enemies.
Look at you on a fucking date to a bar. Which one of you is doing jelly shots out of the other? 10 years down the line, do not move from this spot. Your adolescents will thank you. And also, you already paid for it. And around here, they'll hunt you down for your fucking tab. Just make sure, with a nose like that, you may want to check that jelly shots are kosher. I don't know if that's pig gelatin. And I don't know if Notkin's half-soul happens to be a pig or something. Or at least someone else's half-soul scraps left over in his belly button. You're not the first. He brings a new mortal enemy in here at least twice a week. We're enemies. After a fashion. His soul and a halves against my dogheads. But we're negotiating an armistice now. If he lets go of his bullheadedness, it might happen. Are you happy now? Can we get back to our business?
No, I'm not done yet. Do you know how my father died?
No, not yet. I have a hypothesis, but it's too early to tell. I'll have to check.
Check what?
Probably his Fitbit. If his heart rate spiked like 4 days ago's sleepwalking sesh, we can assume it turned into a sleep jog on rough terrain. That being your dad's head, while wearing ice skates and operating a jackhammer. This sounds like a Lost Queen music video. where the gay bashing is played in reverse so it looks like Freddy won. But AIDS is the greatest gay basher of all, unfortunately. Unless he got it from a mosquito, in which case, that is the most heterosexual mustache I've seen in my life. The hypothesis, the theory, the idea. Was I not sufficiently clear? It needs testing. If Notkin stops playing the fool and sends his soul and a halves to search, maybe we can even do it tonight. Will you take me with you? No. I think you're too old to believe in fairy tales. A skeptic would only get in the way, so I won't even waste time explaining. But I do believe you. Now I do. And I'm coming with you. Okay, well you kids are clearly like the Teen Titans version of Winston Churchill and Adolf Hitler. A fight between yourselves as to who gets to play who. So I think you're fine without my intervention. In fact, I'm very afraid of what you would do with my intervention. I don't want to be responsible for changing the course of history until Tommy from Rugrats is somehow the starchless villain of the mustard chamber. So my babysitting prodigy talents are probably better used on this mostly fully grown 35-year-old mercurial opium snacker, Andre Tinkerbell Stamina. Came here to have some fun, Sawbones. Plague is a time for feasts. So I hear you're an architect. Sure am. Have you seen the dancing bridge in the capital? You built that. That's right. And the polyhedron. What do you think? It's one of yours too, I gather. How did you even come up with something like that? Drugs. The answer is drugs. Or as I'm sure he would so very poetically put it, it's his mighty morphine time. He's a morphine ranger. It's morphine time? One must be able to think boldly. The ground is nothing but dirt. Nothing but soil hiding rotting corpses. It's the realm of the dead. We've always wanted to create something that the earth cannot touch, cannot defile in any way. I've always considered Earth to be the source of life. You idealistic maniac, that I do understand. It's drugs, like I said. The Black Ranger retired. Now, we've got the Black Tar Heroin Ranger. Ugh, what a lout. Have you checked up on my brother yet? I'm going there soon. Great job. Have a drink on me then. You know I'm not some handyman that you have to bribe with booze. I'm an extremely unhandy, fucking useless man who will mug you for your fluids and your mugs if your kidneys aren't willing and able to spit post-swallow. The Swallow Brothers are in retrograde. Take good care of my brother, Doctor. If I kick the bucket, so be it. But my brother must survive. He is a genius. And you're not? I am the battering ram that clears his path. Me and him are the perfect twins. All in all, you seem healthy. The judge will be pleased. Syphilitic insanity is the basal state around here, after all. It's all down from here? You're syphilis rich and thoughts poor. I'm the other way around, and I think we're about to trade. That or I'm about to trade nudes with the unbattered ram of your brother. That's bare fish. Uh-oh. I don't like that last line. I don't care about the sanctity of human life, but the crude sprawl. That's where Dad did all his crudest sprawling, his least technically sound yoga. More spread than any eagle, if you can believe it. Like a buttery margarine lie. Bread, you had your chance. Now it's time for my dad's ghastly bagel to glimmer and glisten from behind.
Time waits no more. It isn't uniform. Each day is followed by a shorter night, and each night by a yet shorter day. The end is closer than you think.
His dog? You better believe it was downward through that entire fucking monologue. Why do you think he's sounding so slow? He's holding back tears, dude. His dog just got put down. Very quick way of loosening his old arthritic joints. Both dads and the dogs. They say crying is a release, right, of stress, but I mean, you could have just jerked off. Not while your dog was being put down. I mean, instead of. At least hand your dog that pillow he's never quite been able to get his hands on. It's time for extra authentic doggy style. I only came to this funeral to see if you arch it on the deathbed just as good as the one you made me come so alive on. Hey, zombie! Please, I am sort of armed. I have a disembodied part of a unicorn on me, and I'm gonna try to scoop out your throat like a fucking grapefruit with it. Why is this your Halloween costume? 1, you're out of date, motherfucker. 2, you're on the floor, motherfucker. Perhaps I should dress you like a ghost now instead. You're not in the woods. I don't think this is a place where people dressed up as ghosts would meet with funny hats. You know, this is a place where you can wear a ghost costume without making Nazis hard. The white is formed from, look, the only K in my fabric is the paste, the artificial color and flavor from when I put the milk in first in my special K bowl. And that made it a little too special for my blood, you know, so I fed it to a black guy who didn't mind so much. Had I made him 2 more bowls and lined them up next to each other, he might have rightfully punched me in the face. Or instantly combusted before my very eyes. You know what that stuff's like. You rub a fruity cornflake together and you can make fucking fire. That shit predates the wheel. That shit predates fire. Chicken and the egg, cornflake. On the 7th day, God didn't rest. God cornflaked. What a powerful creative mind that God must have been back then. I wish he made cornflakes in his own image instead. Maybe he did. Who are we to say? Who are we to be so arrogant to say that we look like him and not fucking cornflakes? To be fair, maybe that meant it required more effort. We don't know that God doesn't have body dysmorphia, you know? He might absolutely hate himself. He might be wishing he looked like a cornflake. He made that with so much love and, like, analog care. Dude just, when he was making us, he did the equivalent of shoving his ass on a fucking photocopier. And if he put the milk in first, so fucking help us, you, God, please, pull your trousers up, I'm in danger.